Hi everyone, I'm Catherine, here to bring you a soup recipe. Ham, potato, and cheddar. Yes, it's going to come together so easy and so delicious. If you're ready for this one, make sure that you are subscribed to my channel down below and hit that bell notification. That way you'll know when all of my shows are posted. Alright y'all, get your big Dutch ovens or your big pots and let's put this soup together. Alright, I'm going to go over all the ingredients we're going to need to make our ham, potato, cheddar soup. So the first thing we're going to start with is I have about half a cup of carrots here. Now these are just baby carrots and I'm going to just cut those in half, or you can use regular carrots and then just cut those up into dices. I've got an onion here and I'm going to be using about half of it. It's a very small onion, so I'm just going to be dicing that up. I've got some red potatoes here. Now these are baby reds, and so I'm going to just wash these off really quick, and then I'm going to dice these up into nice pieces, about 2½ cups worth. Now I'm going to be using some corn, and about 1 cup worth of corn. You don't have to put corn in your soup if you don't want to, but I'm going to. We've got some cheddar over here. I am using a white cheddar that we're going to put in at the end of the soup. It's going to make it so creamy and delicious. And for that, I'm going to be shredding it up about 2 cups worth. I've got some chicken broth here, anywhere between 2 to 4 cups. I'm going to see how thin I want my soup or how thick I want it. So y'all can kind of play around with that when y'all make the soup. I've got some ham steaks here. Now this soup will be good for your leftover ham that you have from your holidays, or ham that you have left over in your refrigerator. I'm using these ham steaks here that they're kind of a 1/4 inch thick. And I picked these up at Walmart. And I'm going to be using about 2 cups. I'm going to dice these. 2 cups of milk here. I'm going to flavor my soup with some salt, pepper, and garlic powder. And then I have a 1/4 cup of butter, and I've got a 1/4 cup of flour. And this will be used for the thickener of the soup. Let's put all of this together. Okay y'all, so the first thing we're going to do is start heating up our broth. Now I put in a 4-cup box of chicken broth here into my pot, and I'm going to start bringing it to a boil. Now while that happens, I'm going to go ahead and start chopping up my potatoes. Now I got a few chopped up here, and they're about that size there, and then I'm going to add them into my soup along with the carrots. And I'm going to kind of dice up very small half of this onion here. Alright, well let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so we're looking for about 2.5 cups worth of potatoes. It's looking really good there. Let's go ahead and add that to our pot. There's always a man overboard. Alright, I'm going to go ahead now and add my carrots. Alright, so I'm going to start chopping up my onion here. Just going to use half. Now if you're using a large onion, then I would just use 1/4 of an onion. You know, it's pretty much to taste. If you want to add other vegetables, you can. That's totally fine. Alright, so now that we have a boil, alright, I'm going to go ahead now and put my lid on. What we're going to do is simmer this for about 10 to 15 minutes until the potatoes are nice and cooked through. So I've turned down my burner just a little bit and let it go. Alright, now while this is simmering, it's a good time to go ahead now and start making our roux. And that will be the thickener for our soup here. Alright, let's get started on that. Alright, to get started on the roux, now just in a medium saucepan, I've got my butter melting here. Now, at the beginning I told you 1/4 cup of butter to 1/4 cup of flour. Now, since I'm kind of doubling my recipe as I put in 4 cups of chicken broth into my soup, I'm going to go ahead and use half a cup of butter here to half a cup of flour. So what I'm going to do is melt down this butter really good. And then I'm going to add my flour. I'm going to go ahead now and add my flour. Now I'm going to stir this all together, and I'm going to cook this down for about 1 to 2 minutes. And what we're doing is cooking that raw flour taste out of this. So continually stir it. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to add our 2 cups of milk gradually while we're stirring it. All right, I'm going to go ahead now and get my whisk here. And just kind of whisk it until it's all nice and smooth. And while we're doing that, we're going to go ahead now and start seasoning with some salt and pepper. I'd give it a taste and see where you're at right now. Okay. That way you can kind of see where your flavors are, how much you need to season. I'll just put some salt in. I've got some pepper. Y'all give it some flavor. And I've got some garlic powder. All right. Continually stir that. Alright, I'm going to go ahead now and turn it off. Now if you want to add more milk to this, you can, that's fine. This tastes really good. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead now and get my ham ready. I'm just going to cut it into dice-sized pieces. Well, we're going to put all of this in there. Some good flavors. And just think of that leftover ham you're going to have, right, for the holidays. What are you going to do with it? We'll make this soup right here, y'all. Get your extra potatoes out and cook them up. Add your leftover veggies right at the end. Perfect. I think this is going to be enough right here. I'm going to try a piece anyway. It's so delicious. Alright, I'm going to go ahead now and take the lid off of my soup, and I'm going to test my potatoes, see how they're doing before we start adding the rest of our stuff here. Oh, it smells good. Potatoes and carrots in here. Alright. I'm going to start adding my corn to my soup. Add my ham. That a stir. I'm going to add my roux thickener here. Let's go ahead now and mix this in. Oh, is that looking good? Look how creamy that looks. Oh my goodness. Alright, now get a spoon and make sure you taste it. I'm ready for a bowl already. All right, we got one more thing to put in here, and then we're gonna complete this dish. All right, so I'm gonna get my white cheddar cheese here, my block of it, and I'm going to cut it. Looking for about 2 cups of cheese, and then I'm just gonna start grating it. Alright, we're going to stir this all together now. Gosh, it's going to be so delicious. Oh, look at that. Oh my gosh. Alright, y'all. Let's go get a bowl. Y'all, I'm so stoked about this soup right here. Oh my gosh. It is so full of flavor. It's got a delicious creaminess to it. Can you see that? Y'all go get you some vegetables some ham, potatoes, and make this soup, I'm telling you. And get you some white cheddar cheese. Oh, it's all about flavoring the soup, y'all. All right. I want to thank everyone for coming to my show today. Comment down below what your favorite potato soup is and what you put in yours. You saw how quick, easy, and delicious this soup is. All right. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below and that bell notification, and you'll always know when my shows are posted. All right, y'all. I will see you on my next episode.